My name is Bruce Clark. I'm Kankakee County Clerk, and I want to thank you for serving as an election judge in Kankakee County. You serve a vital role in protecting the integrity of the election process and ensuring that federal and state laws are followed fairly. Election judges are appointed for a 2-year term and are appointed by the political parties. After successfully completing this class, you will be sworn officers of the Circuit Court, sworn or affirmed to uphold the Constitution of the State of Illinois and the Constitution of the United States. Where judges are not appointed by political parties, the county clerk makes the appointment for those vacancies. All judges have equal authority in the polling place. All judges act as a board and the majority rules. And certainly individual judges may carry out laws related to the election as appropriate. If due to an emergency, an election judge does not show at your polling place on election day, call the county clerk's office by 5:30 a.m. and ask for a replacement. If by 6:15 a.m. a replacement has not arrived, you may appoint anyone in the precinct as long as that person is of the same political party. If the regular judge shows up, both the replacement judge and the regular judge must sign the pay sheet indicating the time that they worked. Polls are open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. and are open continuously. Voting never stops, and all judges should remain at the polls until all election supplies, election materials, and election ballots are returned to the county clerk's office at 189 East Court Street. Judges will set up the day before the election, usually in the afternoon or the evening. By doing this, it familiarizes them with the polling place location. Election judges should set up tables and chairs to ensure an orderly flow of traffic on election day. You should also ensure that your ballot box is in the polling place on election day. You should plan for your meals the following day and plan to remain in the polling place the entire day until all the ballots are counted and returned to the county clerk's office. Only election judges are allowed to handle election materials, supplies, and ballots. When serving as an election judge on election day, it's important to rotate your duties, but ensure that a Republican and a Democratic judge are located at Station 2 at all times. Throughout this training course, on election day, you'll have certain terms that you need to be familiar with. I'd like to give you some of those terms and definitions at this time. You'll come across the word election authority in your election materials and supplies. Election authority is the county clerk, and if you have any questions at all before or during the election, feel free to call the county clerk's office. The voter poll book, sometimes referred to as the signature verification roster, contains the list of registered voters in your precinct. It will be important that every voter who cast a ballot has signed the voter poll book in the appropriate signature box. A signature guide is available, which is located in the 3-ring binder to assist voters in writing their signature. A ballot style is simply a number that's pre-printed on your ballot to indicate the jurisdiction that the voter is entitled to vote on. That number corresponds with the number in their voter poll book that's located in the far left box. Electioneering is defined as working for or against a candidate or proposition on the ballot. People are not allowed to have campaign stickers or have political conversations while in the polling place or in the campaign-free zone. Who can be in the polling place at any particular time would include voters while voting, members of the county clerk's office, members of the state's attorney's office, attorney general's office, or law enforcement officials. Poll watchers may be in the polling place only if they have valid poll watcher credentials. The campaign-free zone is an area designated in the polling place and 100 feet beyond the entrance to the polling place. In this campaign-free zone, there is to be no electioneering. If a church or a private business serves as a polling place, the campaign-free zone may extend to the limits of their property. If you have any questions, feel free to call the county clerk's office. You as an election judge, individually and as a board, have control of the polling place. You are responsible for the proper conduct of the election and ensuring that all rules and regulations and laws of the state of Illinois and the U.S. Constitution are followed. If you have a disruption, if there is a disturbance that requires you to contact law enforcement officers, you should do so, but only after calling the county clerk's office. The optical scan unit, sometimes referred to as the OS unit or the tabulator, is the voting device that voters place their ballot in order to be counted. The touchscreen, or TS or TSX unit, is the electronic device that's used for voters to electronically cast their ballots. Coordinators are also available on Election Day. A coordinator is a staff from the county clerk's office used to assist election judges in carrying out their duties by traveling from polling place to deliver supplies or provide any assistance necessary. The ballot bag is a black bag on wheels with a telescoping handle that contains ballots. It will contain the unvoted ballots that are delivered to the polling place, as well as voted and unvoted ballots, along with the touchscreen canister when it's returned to the county clerk's office. The supply case, the precinct kit, contains the election supplies. It contains the posters and other material that you'll be needed in the election. Voting booths are aluminum suitcases that fold out into a voting booth to ensure the privacy of people voting. Make sure to arrange those booths in an area that secures the person's private ballot. A ballot entitlement chart is located in your notebook. It gives you information on what voters are entitled to vote, what type of ballot, and under what conditions. We'll talk more of that later. A ballot distribution chart gives the styles and the jurisdictions that a voter may be entitled to vote on. The ballot style legend is used for the encoder in the touchscreen unit that tells the types of jurisdictions a person may vote on. You'll see the term jurisdiction used throughout your forms and informational material. Jurisdiction in this case means Kankakee County. A write-in candidate has to be a declared write-in in order for you to count a vote for that person. The list of write-ins are located in your three-ring notebook. Your three-ring notebook, or your binder sometimes it's called, is simply a notebook that contains many instructional information for you, including your precinct list, list of write-ins, and various other instructional information. Probably one of the more important items that you'll want to look at as we continue through this course is the clear plastic zippered bag that contains a blue dot. This bag contains your results, your memory cards, your certificate of ballot inspection, your official ballot record, your write-in tally sheet, along with the memory cards and tapes from the OS and touchscreen unit. Closer to the election, you will receive a letter that will tell you where you will be working on Election Day. If you have any questions, feel free to call the county clerk's office.